everyone. I welcome you all to today's class. I'm Ankita Pokharel. Today we'll do a topic, possession, and we shall deal with a comprehension passage and a poem followed by their exercises. Let's begin the class.
So students, now we'll be exploring a descriptive passage about Laura's house. Let's dive into the details together by reading out the passage given, okay? The title is Rooms in My House. Hi, my name is Laura. I live in London in a small house. It is our beautiful house. Have a look. It is a two-story building with a garden full of flowers. There is a kitchen, a dining room, a living room, my father's study room, 2 bedrooms, and a bathroom. My bedroom is on the second floor of the house next to my parents' room. My brother also shares the same room. He mostly spends his time in the living room and my room. My room is small, but I have everything I need in it. There is no balcony, but this is my favorite room in the house. In my room, the bed is right by the door. Above the bed, a large clock hangs on the wall. There is a small bedside table. Opposite the bed, there is a large window with beautiful curtains. By the side of the window stands a desk and chair with my school books on it. I spend a lot of time doing homework and making notes. I use my brother's computer to seek information on the internet. I also use my mother's mobile phone to have fun and learn from the internet. In our parents' room, there's a big closet with our clothes. In the room, there's also a red carpet. There are lots of photos of my family and friends hanging on the walls. Our living room is spacious and bright. I keep it clean and tidy. Its walls are blue and the floor is salmon. We have 2 sofas, a coffee table, and a few stools. There is also a small round table where I sometimes put the books I am reading. I enjoy reading, so there is a bookshelf with many books on it. There is a vase with a small plant in it on the bookshelf. In the corner of the living room, too, there is a big plant in a vase. So, Laura describes her house as a 2-story building with a garden full of flowers. Let's write down in points. How does she describe her house? She describes her house as a 2-story building with a garden full of flowers. Here in the first line, we get to know that. Now, she further explains that there are various rooms in her house, including kitchen, dining room, living room, her father's study room, 2 bedrooms, and a bathroom. So here in that line, she explains about the various rooms. And she explains further, saying that her favorite room is her own room. She says it's small, but it has everything she needs. She explains that somewhere here, right? She also says that her bedroom features a bed, a bedside table, and a desk with school books and a large window with beautiful curtains. She explains it somewhere here. Okay? Now, she further explains that she uses her brother's computer to seek information on the internet, and she also uses her mother's mobile phone to have fun and learn. She says that in the following paragraph. She explains further, saying that in her parents' room there's a big closet with her clothes. There's also a red carpet and many photos hanging on the walls. It's explained somewhere here, right? She says that the living room is spacious, bright, with blue walls and a salmon-colored floor. She also explains about the number of sofas, the tables, and about the bookshelf. She says that she keeps the rooms clean and tidy. She also explains about the 2 vases with plants in them, right? It's mentioned in the last paragraph. Let's summarize the key points. What does Laura describe about her house? She describes about her two-story house with a flower-filled garden. She also explains about the rooms in her house. Okay, here she explains the different types of rooms she has in her house. And they were kitchen, the dining room, the living room, her father's study room, and also about 2 bedrooms and a bathroom. After having explained about the different rooms she had in her house, she explains which one is her favorite room, right? So she says her favorite room is her own bedroom, right? And she also explains why is it her favorite. Next, she also explains that she uses her brother's computer and her mother's mobile phone for learning and fun, right? What does she do next? She explains about the different things present in her parents' room. And lastly, she explains about the different things present in the living room too. Alright, so if you have to explain about your house or your rooms, you can use these key points to do the explanation, okay? We shall now move to doing true or false. Okay, let's begin with number A. Laura's house is a one-story building. Is it true or false? It's false. Laura and her brother live in the same room. So do they live in the same room or in a different room? If we go back to the passage, we get to know that her brother lives with her parents, right? Her brother and her parents share the same room. So they don't live in the same room. So the statement is false. Number C. Laura has no balcony in her room. Does she have a balcony in her room? Do you remember? Yes, she has no balcony in her room. So this statement is true. There are 2 windows in the room. How many windows are there in her room? There is a large window that has been mentioned in the passage. So there are no 2 windows in the room, but just 1. Hence, the statement is false. Laura also has books in the living room. Do you remember her telling that she has got books in the living room? Yes. So, the statement is true. Next number. The room is very big. If you remember Laura explaining about the living room, she has mentioned that the living room is spacious and bright. Spacious means full of space. So, this statement is true. Let's begin answering some questions. The first question, where does Laura live? She lives in London. Question number B, how many rooms are there in her house? So if we go to the passage and see, she has mentioned that there is a kitchen, a dining room, a living room, her father's study room, 2 bedrooms and a bathroom. So how many rooms does that make? 7, right? Including 2 bedrooms, a bathroom, her father's study room, a living room, a kitchen and a dining room. So there are 7 rooms in her house. Let's move on with question number C. Which room is her favorite? So as Laura mentions, her favorite room is her own room, right? So her favorite room is her bedroom. Let's move further with question number D. And it asks, who has got a computer? So do you remember who has got a computer? Laura's brother, right? So let's write, her brother has got a computer. Let's move to question number E. And it asks us, why does she use her mother's mobile phone? She uses her mother's mobile phone to have fun and learn from the internet. Alright, we shall now move further doing the reading part 2, and it's a poem. Let's read it out together. How I Am Made by Michelle Salinger. I stand on my feet. My belly gets the food that I eat. My eyes see the world. My hands grab and hold. My lungs breathe in air that you cannot see, but can feel fresh and clear. My knees bend and jump. My mouth likes to gab and hum. My heart pumps my blood that travels every part and everywhere like a god. My brain makes things run so that I can many things learn. All these bits and pieces, even some you can see, all linked up together are what make up me. So, the poet is explaining about the things that we have in our body. He is explaining about the various functions and abilities of the human body, highlighting how each part plays a role in making up the individual. It talks about standing on one's feet, right? There are many things that the poem is talking about, and basically it's talking about standing on one's feet, consuming food. What other things does he mention? He mentions about seeing through our eyes, right? He also mentions about grabbing, breathing, bending, speaking. There are so many things that we do every day. We also feel emotions. We feel happy, we feel like crying, we feel jealous, we feel angry. These all are the emotions, right? We also do thinking, yes or no? Yes, there are many things that we do. And for doing each of the things, we need a proper functioning body, right? And sometimes we don't know which part of the body is working out, but there are always things running out, and it is somewhat like God being everywhere, right? So within our body there are many functions that's taking place, and all these functions define our identity, right? And here the poem emphasizes the connectedness, the interconnectedness of all these body parts and functioning in creating us as a whole person. To become a whole person, we need to do many things. Our body does a lot of functioning, right? Like standing on our feet, eating, seeing, holding things, breathing, bending, speaking. There are many things that we do and our body functions accordingly. So all these things, whatever is seen and whatever is hidden within our body, make up together as us. That's what the poet is trying to say through this poem. Let's try doing some exercises. Okay, we have column A and column B, and we need to match the words in column A with their meanings in column B. Let's try doing it together. Here, the first word is belly. What do you think is the meaning of belly? Belly means stomach or tummy. Grasp. What do you think is grasp? Grasp means to catch or snatch something. Hold. Now what is holding? Holding means once you catch something, you carry it. That's why holding is grasp and carry. Let's match it. Bend. What do you think is bend? What does your knee do? It bends, right? So it means bow or twist. Gab. What does gab mean? So gabbing means to talk. Let's match it. Okay, the last one, bits. Bits means small pieces. Okay, we just finished doing the match the column. Now, let me assign you a homework. So students, your assignment is to answer the following questions. Number A, what do the eyes do? Number B, why do we need lungs? C, what does the heart do? D, what does the brain do? E, how many parts of the body are mentioned in the poem? Make a list of them. So kids, like Laura explained about the rooms in her house, now it's time that you write about the rooms in your house. Use the key points that we had discussed while explaining about Laura's house, and it's going to be easy for you to do this assignment. So students, Laura had mentioned about the 2 vases that were in her house. So here you'll have to find out where are they. So answer the question, where are the 2 vases, on your own. Okay? So I'm sure you'll be able to answer these questions as we have already gone through the poem in detail. How did your class go today? If you have any suggestions or feedback, please feel free to reach out to us at learning@dearwalk.edu.np. See you in the next class with another lesson. Thank you.